When I bring this proposition up about the Pope,
yeah,
I'm quoted from Father 𝗘𝗵𝗿. Father 𝗘𝗵𝗿, I believe, said that this Pope is Mary. She raised him to be the present-day Pope, her favorite Pope. Now,
how does he know that?
Well, this was revealed to him.
Message.
So what I'm saying here is, if this Pope is Mary's favorite Pope, one who has been raised up to be her favorite Pope, why did he disobey her command at Fatima?
Well, I would just say the fact that he disobeyed her commandment at Fatima is the definite proof that he's not her favorite Pope, period. And I'm personally not interested in private revelations by some, what's his name?
Father 𝗘𝗵𝗿.
Oh, 𝗗𝗃𝗵𝗿 of the Marian movement. Yeah, well, I think he's as inspired as I am. Zilch. I do not believe it, and there's no need for me to believe it. I do not have to believe it.
Our Lady all through Medjugorje and the different places.
Oh, don't talk to me about Medjugorje, because in Medjugorje, Our Lady says the Hail Mary. Our Lady cannot say the Hail Mary. It is impossible for Our Lady to say the Hail Mary. Anybody tries to explain to me that Our Lady says the Hail Mary, I know that's fake. It's a hoax. Medjugorje is a hoax, and most of the apparitions are a hoax. Our so-called lady of so-called Bayside said that the UFOs, the unknown flying objects, are the vehicles of the demons. That's against any sound theology that I've ever heard. Demons do not need vehicles, and they don't need the driver's license. I'm not interested in all these hundred thousands of private revelations.
Are turning gold over there.
That's too bad.
Being converted.
That's too bad.
Look at the fruits of Medjugorje.
The fruits of Medjugorje, the devil will always be willing to give in on a lot of fruits if he ultimately can cheat the people. And you see, what's the message of 𝗗𝗃𝗵𝗿? Vatican II is right, John Paul II is right. What's the message of Medjugorje? Vatican II is right, John Paul II is right. What's the message of all these self-appointed, mind you, they called me a self-appointed theologian. Well, it was the Pope who appointed me a theologian by giving me a papal doctorate. But these self-appointed seers and visionaries, they just serve the devil by proving the conciliar church, the church of the New Advent, and all the abominations that were pronounced in Vatican II to be right. And to me, that's, again, proof that St. John of the Cross, whose spirituality I hope nobody will doubt, was very, very right when he said, do not trust visions, do not trust apparitions, and do not trust miracles, even when they are right. Do not indulge in this, because it will take away the faith from you. Remember the Apostle Thomas? Blessed are those who do not see but believe. And while Vatican I, the last Catholic council so far, while Vatican I said very clearly that miracles are necessary for salvation, Vatican I was not talking about every single little miracle happening somewhere. Vatican I was not talking about visions, apparitions, and miracles in general. Vatican I mentioned occasional miracles, like the miracle of the Blessed Eucharist in Lanciano. That's a place down south in Italy, where 1100 or something like that years ago, a host during Mass turned into visible flesh and blood, and so did the wine in the chalice. And it's a proven miracle. It's just been analyzed some 10 or 15 years ago, I don't remember exactly when, by modern atheist scientists, out of whom 2 immediately converted. And it's a miracle proven to be authentic, and at the same time a real miracle, because it's impossible that you will find human flesh and blood to be a horizontal slice of a human heart, connected, intimately connected with the old appearance of the host. So these are miracles that can prove the faith. And sometimes, when people are not satisfied by the logics of the church doctrine, by the logical consequences in the church teaching until Vatican II, sometimes then you need a miracle to convert them. But you have to be very careful with them. Visions, apparitions, and miracles very often are a substitute for the faith. I do not need, I mean in the sense of something necessary, I do not need the miracles in Lourdes in order to keep my faith. I have to pray to God that He will never make me lose my faith. But in order to keep my faith, I do not have to read the latest statistics on miracles in Lourdes. As a matter of fact, I'm not interested in that. St. John of the Cross was very right when he said, beware of apparitions, beware of visions, beware of miracles. Why do you need them? You have the teaching of the church. You better believe what the popes said. In the old days, I mean. You better believe what the church teaches. And then you might enjoy occasionally some miracle or whatever. But I do not need these things, and I'm not interested in 𝗏𝗵𝗿𝗶, I'm not interested in Medjugorje. And I would have the right to say I don't believe in Fatima. Well, I do believe in Fatima, and how? But I would have the right to say I don't believe it.
Why?
It's not church doctrine.
Why did they consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary?
Why did they not do it?
Why did they not do it?
You're asking me to analyze the intentions of the last 5 popes. Why is it that Pope Pius XII didn't do it? Why is it that John the 23rd didn't do it? Paul VI didn't do it. Paul I didn't do it. John Paul II didn't do it. I don't know. I have a suspicion, a growing suspicion, that the so-called third secret of Fatima talks about Vatican II, and that would make it abundantly clear why they didn't publish the secret, and that would make it abundantly clear why they don't believe the whole thing. But that's theory.
West of the Rockies, you're on the air with Father Malachi Martin. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, where are you?
I'm Lenore in San Diego.
San Diego, okay.
And my question, Father Martin, is Our Lady of Medjugorje, in one of her sayings to the children, was that if we return to God and change our lives to reflect that return to God and pray enough, perhaps God would not send the comet. And I'm wondering if the comet has anything to do with the third secret.
No, ma'am. The comet is not mentioned, and the difficulties, or as they call them, the chastisements, the punishments mentioned in the third secret are not those caused by a comet impacting on the earth.
Do you know of anything else? The only time I've ever heard anything about a comment was in that one statement she said to the children several years ago.
Yeah, I have a difficulty about Medjugorje. Since it has not been sanctioned by the church, by church authority, I can't rely upon it. I can't rely upon it.
It hasn't been denied by the church either. And
no, it hasn't. You're quite right.
I've had major spiritual, joyful, deeply gratitudinal feelings.
And millions have also.
Yeah.
Millions have also. The unfortunate thing is that the church has not approved of it yet, and I'm afraid to trust myself,
Oh, I understand.
But that's...
My experience is very deeply involved, though. I absolutely believe it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.